Hi, this is Truth Over Fitness every Sunday. Welcome back, and I am co-host of this podcast, Chie Figure Prodigy Terui from Underdogs on Top, and with
Sir Earl Bell.
so couple of more days. This 2025 will be over, and we just want to do like short recap of how we kind of started 2025 with the different goals and for the year's over soon. So go ahead, Earl, you go first.
Well, part of what we wanted to do, of course, is always get better at what we do. Okay. Unpleasant surprise was that we were voted the best personal training studio in Homewood, which Homewood got a lot of goddamn personal training studios.
Nice.
So that was a great honor to be recognized by Google as one of the best, and that was a pleasant surprise, and that was our goal. For me personally, I've always thought we had the best studio, period. And so to be acknowledged, I won't say it wasn't appreciated, because it was. It's great when other people recognize your hard work, but that was like one of my highlights, to be voted that. A lot of the things, starting this podcast, starting our life beyond the workout, which we do on Wednesdays. I had a goal of really doing a really good podcast. So we rented this space. We've been here a little over a year. And, so those things were all things that was set in place last year. Now, me personally, and this is what I always say, for me to have a goal or something that I feel like I need to do, like one of the goals that I have for 2026 is start an e-commerce business, selling online and really putting out our clothing line to rising to the level in which I thought it should be. The Underdogs on Top clothing line, to start selling over e-commerce and make it a number one thing. I get very upset when I see people wearing fucking Nike hats and shit. Because we have a great clothing line. It resonates with a lot of people. So, my goal was, I'm living it now, starting the podcast and being voted and all those things, studio getting better, signing up more people, and then just basically keep doing what I've been doing, keep getting better, keep climbing the ladder. Like I said, my goals for next year is basically I want to see Underdogs on Top really take flight through e-commerce and selling online and things like that. It's really going well, but that's my goal. One of my main goals for next year is to really expand my clothing line and my e-commerce stuff. So that's what I'm looking for next year. But I'm not waiting to the first to start. I freaking started working on it, months ago, actually years ago. We're shooting a commercial. We're doing a lot of great things. So it's more along the lines of what we've been doing. We just want to do it better, do it wider, create more audience. So, so that's what I want to do.
So for me, this to me year was such a big year for me. For personally, I finally won IOPB Pro Figure contest, the Masters, and since I turned pro in 2020, the last 5 years I was literally underdog. You know what I mean? And this year I was going to retire, and my mind set was it's a little bit different than this past couple of years because I was going to retire. So let me enjoy this journey instead of focus on the resorts. And every day, of course, such a busy schedule with a personal training business, but sometimes you get discouraged because your body's so tired. But what I did was, let me, because these times never come back, right? So I'm just like, just have this every day, even though I had to do an hour and a half cardio every night and to 11 o'clock, 11:30 at night. I was just trying to enjoy the moment. And when I went to actual, the competition in July, this past July, it was more so I wanted to present myself the best that I can be, which is I had always that same mindset in the last 20 some years in my competition, career. But this time was different. I was really feel good about myself. And even though my kids said, you was not really snappy this year, you know what I mean? And you were more comfortable where you at. And I don't know that's what coming came from as far as like I truly believed myself and believed the process. And if it's yours, you will get it. You know what I mean? I always feel that just put your 100% and the results will be, whatever,
Right.
And thank God. And the first call out, and at the end of the final, my name got called at last, which is such a great feeling. And that was truly underdogs on top. I am from 18th place to number one. That was such a biggest thing. And um, you know, it's really, really big accomplishment for me, to me, in my life period. For as a business, just like Earl was mentioned, we have been doing this over 25 years, private facility, personal training, one-on-one. And I was always my thing. I was always a pray, I wanted to help one more person today. That was always my goal every morning when I pray. And it seems to be, last 20 years, I'm sure many people heard about us, a racial one-on-one, but just to recognize and like he was mentioned, is so many personal training gym in the downtown Homewood or Homewood period. And within that, and with a Google review, that we are the number one. And that was really um, great and big accomplishment to us, to finally recognize from so many people. And we didn't even know really, we was not really participate to the, tell clients that, review us on the Google, not like that. It was just came in the Earl, matter of fact, Earl probably didn't really care in the beginning. He bought it this paper, and then
Yeah, I
home
didn't.
right, home village of home was sent that we are recognized and by Google review the number one personal training. So when he be like, here you go. And then when I read it, I'll be like, oh my God, this is such a great thing. And then he was like, oh, okay, you know what I mean? But I think more and more as day goes, it's kind of, sit on, like, and more felt like, oh, wow,
Right.
okay, I guess this is such a great thing, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because we do so naturally.
Right.
What we do is always we wanted to give clients a best service and, help them to accomplish their goals. So that's why our focus every day when we were in Racial 101. So that was such a great thing. Um, but so going to 2026, like Earl mentioned, he said he already been started. I think a lot of time around this time you will hear, oh, of course, a New Year resolution, right?
Right.
And people were like, okay, January 1st, this is what I'm going to start. And I think many people should be tired by now because every year goes the same, it shouldn't be.
Yeah, they always say that in life there's two resolutions that most people make: health and wealth. Health being number one, and they also say 98% of the people that make a resolution don't follow it through.
Right.
And we're at the center of that because of what we do. So we get a lot of people. You fat on the 30th and you want to come in and lose it on the second. Yeah, you know, And so we hear all the, oh, I'm serious this time, and I'm going shopping, and I was looking at,
And mind you, we've been doing this, like I said,
yeah,
over 2 decades. It's never
never
changed.
changes.
And every year, like I say, around this time, all the new gimmick coming in,
Yeah.
exercise machine, or even though like
Yeah,
pills.
because Weight Watchers is actually selling GLP-1. They're actually selling the Ozempic shot.
Mm,
Because they know it's that time of year they're gonna make some money.
right.
And it's like, to me, and this is what I tell everybody: there is no shortcuts or easy way
Yes.
to get where you're trying to go. And it baffles me that people will come in our facility and they'll be trying to tell us what the fuck to do. Well, this is what I want to do. I want to work out 8 days a week. No.
Right. Yeah.
So we get it a lot.
It's the same thing. Even though we offer free consultation, by the way. And within the free consultation, we always try to find out what is going on now, what's your goals are, and things like that. And some clients ask probably over 200 questions. And they were surprised, like, oh my god, you know more than doctor. But what we always what we know is actually from the experience, actual
Right.
experience, you know what I mean? And like I said, it's just same thing. So if I practice, hundreds time in a year, free consultation for 20 some years, I'll be answering pro with this, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So but always, please understand, losing a weight is not that complicated.
Right.
Being healthy is not really complicated things.
It only becomes complicated because people make it complicated.
Right. But also, it's simple thing, which is push yourself off the table. You know
Right.
what I mean? Don't overeat. Just pick and choose, good
Right.
nutrition food. Now, and then be active 3-4 times a week. And even though you see social media, that's all saying it, same thing, but different way.
Right.
But I think it's more so why it's hard because you gotta break the cycle
Right.
of your habits. Last 30 to 50 years of habit, you're trying to change that. And like I always say, within 2 to 4 weeks, it's impossible.
Right.
You know what I mean? But don't try to think that this is the, like just temporary fix.
Right.
We're going to change from 2026. We're going to change our lifestyle. For you to change your lifestyle, it takes time. And you might take in all the shots or whatever, give yourself a jump start, okay, but understand that if you not fix your core issues, it's same thing over and over.
Right.
Once you stop that shot or your pills, it will gain weight right back.
Right.
And most of the people don't understand. You don't even have to do it if you never worked out or have not been working out, and you taking 3,000 calories a day. If you cut back fried food, if you cut back pop and juice, lighter than you lose.
Right.
You increase your water intake, and you come with us twice a week. Strength training, 1 day cardio. You lose weight like that then.
Right.
And then just watch sugar intake, carbohydrate intake, and you're gonna lose weight there. And so it's like you don't even have to take anything.
Right.
And your body naturally respond, and you will start feeling better, and losing the weight, your waist area, your inches coming down, and also you do strength training so you feel stronger.
Right.
And it's just a lot of things before you take those things. You can do simplest thing and then see the difference.
Right.
So I just don't understand that. Well, one, a lot of medical professional people are suggesting because they get paid.
Right.
To me, understand that this America is all about the money. So, to me, it's all the food or the ingredients and a lot of things that you see on the food in some country don't even accept having it.
Right.
So from that, and people craving those food and continue to eat and get sick and go to doctor, and then doctor prescribe prescription, the medication, and he go just cycle. And the medicine is not going to get you healthy. They make you stay there. You know what I mean?
And one of the things that I see, because like I said, Chie has the patience of a saint. Fucking people get on my goddamn nerve.
You need to stop.
A lot of old clients coming back. They're the worst. They're the hardest to deal with because they want to come back and try to get where they were before they quit and got fat. It's like they want to try to take it all off tomorrow. You know what I mean? And they they're always comparing what they were.
Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, that's another thing. I think because of the 5-10 years ago, your probably weight came off quicker.
Right.
But understand you are older,
Right.
and then your metabolism slows down, so it's not gonna come off like last time.
Right.
But you can continuously compare
Right.
from your last resorts, and you started getting frustrated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
real.
why this is not what like.
They'll be like, "Oh, you stay on the stairs for like 40 minutes." Well, you got to start back at 5.
Right. Yeah. So you have to kind of be patient. Your body's different now, and you went through different type of maybe diet and that. So, you gotta give a body, okay, this is another new step, even though you went through it before.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's okay. It's actually better to make a small progress.
Right.
Not the 10, 20 pounds in a one time. No. You know what I mean? And then because easy weight that you get off like that and then come back easy too.
Right.
So just focus on you can do you do right every day, and then you don't have to worry about it because now the results will be there.
Right.
But get on that scale every day. Don't do that. Don't do that. Of course, your inches come in, faster than sometime your weight, but that you so focused on the weight scale number and that you distracted by that. You know what I mean? So, so the New Year resolution, setting new goal is a great thing. You know what I mean? But it doesn't have to be starts in January 1st. Actually, you can start it today.
Right.
If you want to, start it today.
Right.
It doesn't have to be big change. It's small change. Just get on treadmill 20 minutes. You have not done that last 3 years. So start it today. Because if you wait, and you probably going, let me get it in. You know what I mean? That kills me. Sometimes, clients sign up and then I'm going to start it January 1st. So they will eat garbage until then, December 31st. They drink and all the food. And then by then you gain another 6 pounds.
Right.
What would you do that? It's a food is going to be there. When you lose weight, after you lose weight, you enjoy yourself. You feel good about yourself and eat.
Right.
So you don't have to get it in. And don't do that, So it's a pattern every year. And we keep on telling clients that. And actually, we have a podcast now where we can actually voice our opinion in a big scale. Right. And also sharing. This is truth over fitness. We've seen this every year.
Every year.
So please don't fall for it. Please. Just change something. You always did this and it didn't work out. Then you got to do something else.
Right.
And follow long. See, they don't want to see results in such a short time.
Right.
Just stick with it at least 6 weeks first.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, we
put the work in, and it takes the progress takes care of itself.
Right.
You have more people, they want the progress first, and they want to put the work in later. It doesn't work that way. Put the work in. Stop asking fucking stupid ass questions about when you're gonna lose weight. Just put the work. If you're scheduled to work out 2-3 times a week, come and work out 2 or 3 times a week. If you know that you should eat better, you should eat right, do that. And trust me, if you put in the work,
you will see it.
You will see it.
This is not a magic pills. I'm
Exactly.
telling you. More you put it in, you will see. More you
Yeah.
select it, you will see too.
Yeah.
You know, so I hope you guys have a new goal for 2026. But it's nothing wrong to start it early. You know what I mean? And if you guys have any question, you can always call us or even leave a message on the comment box.
Right.
You know, on the YouTube channel Underdogs on Top.
Right.
And make sure you like it and subscribe. And you know, like I said, we are here to support you at the same time as you hear Earl. Don't sugarcoat it. You know, I might be a little bit more nicer than Earl. So I hope you guys have a great 2025 ends, you know, and hopefully 2026 new year, you know, and healthy and actually you can be rich next year, okay? So I'm waiting on still.
Yeah. So, you know, we'd like to hear from you guys. We're always our email, sir01@comcast.net. Or like I said, leave a comment in the Underdogs on Top thing. And we like to hear what people's resolutions are. What are you trying to do this year? Now, I know we're probably going to hear the same shit that we hear every year, but, you know, we'd like to hear from you guys. We're here for you.
Wait, how you say it? People don't like, I am not going to put my goals in there so Earl can be, you know, make it comment for us. So,
you know, but the thing is, if you keep your goals to yourself, if you never really open up to anybody and let people know what you're trying to do, that's discourages you very quickly. You know, coming to a trainer, that's what we do. That's what we're trained to do. So, you know, I hope everybody has a great year and achieve your goals. But, you know, seek a professional. Don't be like, oh, well, my husband gonna train me. Your husband is not a goddamn trainer. He work at the fucking steel mill. You know, you know, we've heard that so many times. I ain't got to pay a trainer because my husband gonna train. Yeah, okay, all right. It's not gonna happen.
but anyway, have a great new year, everyone. And we would see you next time.
Yep, that's right. Yep, doing our weekly podcast on Sundays for the Underdogs on Top Studio, and we invite your comments and your opinions. So reach out, talk to us.
I see you guys later.
All right,
Bye.
peace out.